Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Jan Potsman, and I'm the Assistant Director at the CSUN Career Center. Um, Welcome. We're glad that you're here today. We have a wonderful speaker with us. But before we introduce Haley, we'd love you to answer these questions for us, or this question. One burning question. What do you know about the CSU Entertainment Alliance? Just a couple more people. If you'll fill it out for us, please. Okay. Well, Haley, take a look at that. A lot of newbies.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, so thank you. We will share those results, and then I'd like to introduce to you our wonderful speaker for today. Her name is Haley Seppa, and Haley is a filmmaker, photographer, and creative operations manager. She currently runs the creative operations and special programs for the CSU Entertainment Alliance, which helps to provide internship opportunities, grants, new technology, free summer housing, jobs, and much more to 23 campuses of the CSU system. Previously, she worked with the Moxie Institute as partner development manager, social media manager, and a production coordinator on the award-winning feature-length film Connected. She was also the special project manager for the film series Let It Ripple, Mobile Films for Global Change, which used a new type of participatory filmmaking called cloud filmmaking. She is from Northern California, has a bachelor's in film studies from UC Berkeley, and is completing her master's in cinema at San Fernando State University. She also does freelance work and consulting for a wide variety of photography and videography projects in a multitude of industries, such as the American Conservatory Theater, Yelp, health and fitness companies, company and actor headshots, personal and companies celebrations, and more. She loves dad jokes, queer storytelling, and her grandmother's minestrone soup. Welcome, Haley Seppa.
Thank you. Bios are so funny. I feel like I read a lot of them and I never really get a good feel for someone, which is why I leave in that last part. It is true. I do love. I love dad jokes. I love photography. All of those things are very real to my core, and is part of the reason why I love doing what I do with the CSU Entertainment Alliance. So I've been working with the CSUEA for almost 7 years now, and we are an organization that was started out of the Chancellor's office, which is kind of like the mothership of all of the CSUs. So there are 23 campuses across California. As Jan mentioned, I am also a grad student at San Francisco State, finishing that hopefully this semester. It's been a very long process. So I also get to see, what a lot of you get to deal with firsthand, which is really fortunate because it helps me better assist everybody. And so, yeah, we have 23 campuses all across California, 180 different departments in entertainment and media, and so many students that are a part of that. And for us, we're very aware that, the industry, as it's called, is way bigger than I think what people really think about when they think about entertainment, right? For most of us, it's the big, film, music, TV, those kind of things. But the reality is all of these companies that are entertainment related, they need accounting, they need finance, they need graphic design, they need HR, right? We've had people come through our program that are kinesiology majors. There's so many varieties of ways and opportunities within the industry. So just want to put that out there that, it doesn't necessarily mean small focused. It's a big world and a lot of opportunities. And in that, I don't know if y'all know this, but 1 in 10 Californians is a CSU grad. Right. So while you all, I think, mostly go to CSUN, so many more in your network, right? Like you can meet folks in the industry when you're networking and do that and say, yeah, I went to CSUN and I went to CSUN too. But you can also just say, I'm a CSU grad, because there are so many, and it's such a good entry point for starting those conversations, and for widening your network. So keep that in mind as you're applying. And actually, this is a little bit old. The alumni network is now up to about 4 million, I think, instead of the 3 million. So, we're everywhere. And keep that in mind. A lot of people from the private schools like USC and all of that, they flash their name around with a lot of clout, like, I went to USC and all of that. And you should be just as proud to go to a CSU. It's an incredible program. Northridge is incredible. Y'all have all the skills. You're often more hardworking and talented, in my opinion. So keep that in mind as you're going through, like you are getting a great education. You've got this. The network is huge. So one of the things that we offer in the CSU is internships, right? So I would love to know, maybe in the chat, if you're able, I don't know, how many folks have done an internship before? And if you have, like, how many? Was it just one? Were there multiple? Again, I don't know if you can put it in the chat, but if you can, that'd be great. Okay, cool. I see some answers coming in there. Any internship is fine, Carlos. If you've done one anywhere, it doesn't matter where. Okay, cool. So it sounds like there are some people who have and some who have not. That's great. So basically, internships are an incredible way to get your foot in the door. And a lot of companies, as they're hiring, are going to be looking for that on your resume. And I know it can be hard to balance all of those things with school and probably working also, and then trying to do an internship. So there are a number of ways that we have tried to make that easier on students, because it really is a great entry point. One of those ways is that we have our own database of listings on our site, which I will go through in a little bit and show you how to find that. But there's internships and jobs on our site. We also have links to micro internships, which, if you haven't heard of, is a really cool thing to check out, and is also listed on our page of listings. But those are like mini jobs, right, where you can go and you look at what a company is looking for, and you get paid, and you do this work to kind of help build your resume or build your portfolio. And it's not an ongoing semester-long thing. So that's an option for folks to look into. But we also offer an internship course, which is a flat $200 for 3 units, and it can be taken post-grad. So if you can't, get into an internship while you're in school because the balance is crazy, you can take our course and be a current student, which is often required by companies to do an internship. You either have to be paid or be earning credit. We try and focus on companies that do both. We want you to be compensated for the work you're doing, but not every company can do that. So they may require you to be an active student legally, and this is a way to do that. It's run through the San Francisco State College of Extended Learning, but the units can be transferred to any campus. And it's an online course, fairly straightforward. We really want you to be able to focus on doing your internship and showing up the best that you can there. So that I will show you how to find on our website as well. But it's a really good resource for, if you can't get credit at your home campus, often they don't offer it during the summer. I don't know if CSUN does or not specifically. So you can take it spring, summer, and fall. You can take it up to 3 times for 9 units. And it's just a really good resource to have if you're interested in doing an internship. So the other thing along with that we offer, that is one of my favorite programs, is free summer housing in LA for folks who usually are like more than an hour away. So if it takes that long for you to commute to your job or internship, I mean, we have this opportunity. It's a limited number of spaces that we have, but if you have an internship and you need housing in LA during the summer, we cover that for, I think it's going to be from June 1st to August 15th this year. We are also covering parking, and it's a really amazing opportunity to be able to take advantage of, so that you don't have to pay to live while you're probably working close to free to get this experience. So definitely check that out. That will be on our website. We also have a ton of other opportunities available to you. One of them is a grants program, and we give grants to students, faculty, and staff to either bring campus speakers in. So somebody from the industry that you want to hear from, you organize it with your club or your class or something, we'll pay for that. We also have covered folks to go to industry events like Sundance or I was going to say South by Southwest, but Texas is on our no travel list, so that one's a little bit harder. But CTN, the Comic-Con, we've done all kinds of different things like that you can think about. And if there's something in the industry that you're interested in, this is a way to get funds to be able to do it and get the travel and the access to it. We also host a lot of events that have turned mostly virtual now. Some we still do in person, but for the most part, they're virtual. And we have talks with industry folks on everything from how to get hired to esports to music video creation. We had a panel last year with the sound designers from Dune. We've talked to different directors. So there's all kinds of different areas, and we are always open to hearing what you want to hear about so that we can focus on that. And then we also have partnerships with different companies that then allow us to be able to provide opportunities to you all, including like Masterclass. They've given us a bunch of free licenses for folks to have a year-long access to their platform to learn from industry experts. Pipelines we partner with on events. There's entertainmentcareers.net, which has a discount, and they're a really very, very up-to-date search engine for jobs and internships. And there's a huge discount for CSU students on our site through there. All kinds of different things happening. So there's an opportunities page on our website, which I will also show you, that has access to those things. I'm going to come back to this one as we start talking about questions that you have, primarily because I want to be able to talk this through a little bit more after we talk about internships. And I'm just going to take a second and show you our website so that you know how to navigate that easily. So it's CSUentertainment.com, very simple. And I can put it in the chat in a minute as well. But basically, it has everything fairly well laid out for you. So we have a ton of career resources here, everything from resume building, what unions you can join, free tools for creatives, all kinds of stuff. There's so much on here, absolutely worth checking out. Don't miss those things, because it's a plethora of career resources. We have our events page listed up here. Go to upcoming, you can see what's happening by month here and what's coming. A lot of our things are that are listed are virtual, so you can join from anywhere. Some of them are in person. We have a bunch of videos from previous events that we have on demand, and other talks within the industry that you can check out. That also links to our podcast. And then, so under opportunities, we have our grants, our jobs and internships, and free and discounted opportunities. So grants are what I was talking about, where you can apply to go and travel or to bring folks in. And then the opportunities are things like Masterclass, Adobe Access for certain campuses, Group Effort Initiative, which is Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' company that does trying to diversify the industry. They're doing a lot of productions, as well as office hiring. So they're a really cool resource in your area. Entertainmentcareers.net should be on here too. Hulu access for cheaper. More info about micro internships. New Filmmakers LA is doing a bunch of events and things with us that you can access for free for online. So all kinds of stuff to check out there. And then under the students tab here, there's the internship course information. We'll tell you more about that if you're interested. There's the summer housing. And applications for this are open. So as soon as you secure your internship for the summer, definitely apply if you are interested in this program, because those will be going fairly quickly. And then, of course, we have our internships and jobs listings here. So you just pop in your email, come on in, and then there's this format of it is a little wonky right now. We're working with the web team, but there's all kinds of Southern California-based opportunities, Northern California-based opportunities, the micro internships, remote opportunities. So check it out. It's just, there's a lot of stuff. It gets updated quite frequently. And we also update all of these on our social media. And that is at the CSUEA, mostly on Instagram. And sometimes we do Facebook and Twitter as well, but I would suggest going to the Instagram for those. There's a lot of, that's the first place we put our info because we know it's the fastest to you. So be sure to check that out. Come back to this. Okay, so I know some of you have done internships, as you were saying, some of you have not. These are some things that over the years I have really taken to heart and learned through working with different companies and talking to different recruiters. And one of the main things being, you got to work on your soft skills, right? It's for a lot of places just as, if not more important than your technical skills or the things that you're training for. They want to know how you're going to be to work with, right? Are you going to be a good person? Are you going to be reliable? Are you going to be able to communicate with your colleagues, etc.? So definitely something to think about with that as you're developing. And that's one of those things that internships can really help with, is like you're getting your feet wet, you're getting in there and learning about what the companies do and how the social environment is in there. So keep that in mind. Being curious. Always, always, always so helpful to ask questions, to think about how you can contribute. And just what is it that makes you want to work at that company, right? Like those are all things to think about before you apply. And when you start working there, right? Like you want to continue your curiosity through there. Make sure that you do your research. If you're going in and applying for internships or jobs and you don't know what the company does, it's going to be a giant red flag for them. Putting your name in your resume. These are all kind of like straightforward, simple things, but I can't tell you the number of times that I have had people send me things that like it just, you don't think it through as you're doing it. So they're good reminders. Putting your name in your resume in the saving file is a huge one, because companies get a lot of resumes. And if they save it and they go to search for it and they can't find it because all it says is resume January 2023, they may just ignore that. Same with double checking your resume, right? Like have somebody else look at it with you, whether it's the Career Center, whether it's a friend, both. The more eyes you can get on your resume, the better. It will tremendously help your odds, because if there are grammar or spelling mistakes in your resume, it's very likely that they're just going to toss it out. If there's the strong reason for that, in that if you're not willing to pay attention to the details in the beginning, that's going to be a hard thing for them to want to hire, because they want to know that they can trust you to pay attention to those details in your job. Any opportunity that you have to build your network, take it. And that includes connecting with the folks in your classes, because they're going to be in the industry with you. And it's such a huge boon to have those connections and, genuinely have them, not just for the sake of getting a job, but, learn what people are into, learn what they're working on so that you can go to them at some point and be like, hey, we had this class together. I saw that you're working on this. Are there any opportunities there? The people around you now will continue to be in roles around you. So just make sure that you're connecting and being kind. This is a big thing that everybody in where I work and all of these events we do come back to is it's a small industry. As big as it is, it's a small industry. And everyone knows everyone in some capacity. And if you're not kind or you're being a jerk or you're something, it comes back around and there's no need for it. Like we're evolving into a really lovely space in the industry where there is room for being kind. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you, any less of a human being. In fact, it makes you bigger and better and more hireable. So those are all things to think about. And I'll leave this up for now, but I do want to open it up. I know, Jan, you said you had another poll for folks to do, and then we can open it up for direct questions that I can answer.
Okay, Anna, if you can launch the poll.
Yeah, well, that's very interesting. I will add that we do a lot, so it's a lot to keep track of and to think about. And as we continue talking through whatever questions you have, hopefully it will help expand what you know about us and what we do and what we're here for. And ultimately, I just want to add, we're here to help you get your foot in the door. That's the basics of it. Right? It's just, that's our entire job is built around making sure that you succeed.
Well, you can see that people did learn from your presentation today.
Yeah.
We have, let's see, we'll go to Victoria. Victoria, you're monitoring the chat. Do we have any questions?
Yes, Haley. The first question is regarding the internship class. Do you have to pay $200 for every 3 units of the internship class, or does the $200 cover taking the total of the internship class all 3 times?
It's a great question. The $200 is for 3 units. So you can only take the 3 units per semester. And the $200 is to just cover the admin fee for the College of Extended Learning. Nobody makes any money or does anything off of that. It just covers the folks who set up the course and make that happen.
Great. And the next question is, when do internships go live?
Also a great question. It depends on the companies. A lot of bigger companies start looking in the fall for the following summer. So they start prepping early, and we encourage folks to start looking as soon as they can. For other companies that are maybe not as big, they go all year round. I mean, I had somebody reach out yesterday about a marketing internship, and they are hiring for the summer, and that's only a few months away. Sometimes we get people who are like, I need to hire somebody next month. I'm looking right now. So it really depends on the companies and what part of the industry. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, now they're rolling in. Next question is, can you take an internship course after you graduate?
Yes, this particular course. This is the only one that I know about that is available post-grad. The reason for that is because it's run through the College of Extended Learning, and so it's open to the public to take. So even if you weren't going to CSUN, if you went to some other non-CSU school, you could take it. Junior college can take it. You can also take it as a freshman or a sophomore, so you don't have to wait. I know a lot of campuses require you to wait to do their official internships as a junior or senior, and so if you want to get started early doing something, this is a way to do that as well.
Awesome. Someone has a question regarding the database for internships. Where can they access it?
Yeah, so that was on the site that I just pulled up. So if you go to CSUEntertainment.com and scroll over to the right under the students section, you'll see jobs and internships on the dropdown.
Awesome. And next question is, how long is the Staff Me Up membership provided by CSUEA?
Great question. So they are covering 3 months of free access for the premium subscription for Staff Me Up.
Great. Next question. Is there a way to set up a meeting with someone to discuss options and help navigate through what I should be looking at?
Absolutely. I will put out there that the CSUEA is a very small team. But if you are interested in talking more, like looking through a resume and trying to figure out kind of what you're interested in, I'm happy to chat with folks. I will put my email in the chat as well as our URLs and things in a little bit, and you can feel free to reach out to me there or on LinkedIn, and we can set something up. And I also really highly recommend, especially at CSUN, visiting your career center. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you and work on your resume with you and look at opportunities. So I think any number of folks that you can reach out to and get feedback is the more the better. But I am happy to chat with folks if you're feeling a little lost or feeling like you just want some extra perspective or anything that comes up. I'm happy to chat about.
Awesome, thank you. All right, next question is just clarifying the internship course. Is the internship course a class course where you learn how to get an internship, or is it an internship?
Great question. It is not where you learn how to participate in an internship. It is purely for you to be able to intern. So it's very straightforward on that end. There isn't a like prep work, and you have to have an internship secured when you start.
Okay. If there are any other questions, please drop them in the chat box.
Please feel free to ask your questions. I will tell you that the question that you're thinking about asking, someone else is thinking about too. So, feel comfortable, just go ahead, put yourself out there, put the question in the chat, and Haley will do her best to answer them for you.
Yeah, I'm just seeing in there that there's a question about international students. And yes, you're able to take it, to take the course post-graduation. That has nothing to do with whether the company will be able to take international folks in terms of like if you're being paid, that we don't have anything to do with. But if you want to take the course and be a current student to be able to intern, absolutely, you can do it as an international student. I see another one in there about the internship securing. Yes, you do have to have an internship secured at the start of the course.
There's a question, does CTVA department and CSUEA have like a industry fair for CTVA students?
I can't answer that specifically about CTVA, but I know that we have a new partnerships manager who's based out of LA because our offices are actually in San Francisco. And she is organizing some industry career fairs with specific companies down there on campuses. And so I know that she is meeting with some CSUN folks pretty soon to put something like that together.
Awesome. Next question is the internship course open to all majors?
Yes. We have a very wide view of entertainment and media, and we have had folks take it who are not doing anything in the industry as well. We try and focus on folks who are in the industry, but if you have an opportunity, again, we're just here to help you. So yes, it's open.
Okay, and let's see. A student would like to get some clarification on what exactly the internship course is. Maybe they came in a little late.
So basically, it's a way for you to earn credit while you intern. People do that for a variety of different reasons. Sometimes because it's required by the company that you're a student. Sometimes because they want to earn credit for all of the work that they're doing. Most of the time that can be counted as elective. It's upper division, but it's a very straightforward virtual course. There's some initial forms, there's a midterm, and there's a final that again are very straightforward because we want you to be able to focus on doing your internship. So ultimately, it's a way for you to earn credit for doing an internship. What you do with that credit is absolutely up to you, and all of that. But it's just a way for you to earn credit for it.
Awesome. Someone asked, can master's students also apply?
Sorry, say that again. Can what?
Can master's students also apply?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Okay. And what are some different pipelines that CSU Entertainment offers or has links to?
Yeah. So we work pretty closely with Staff Me Up. We work pretty closely with GEI, which has also now consumed Evolve, which was Ava DuVernay's company. We work very closely with Pipelines, and they will be launching their app in the next month or so. Entertainmentcareers.net. We have a bunch of different companies that come to us with different career opportunities. So it's a wide variety, and I would definitely check out the internships and jobs listings and see, if there's something specific that you're looking for. Feel free to reach out and let me know, and we can chat about it. We may have a connection there, we may not right now, but it would be worth exploring for us if it's something you're interested in. So yeah, there's a bunch of different ways and routes in. A lot of those we have listed on our jobs and internships page under kind of general listings. But yeah, I think definitely worth checking out Staff Me Up and Pipelines and those other companies that really are focused on diversifying the industry.
Great. The next question is, will the micro internship be considered as a unit for master course?
I'm assuming that they're asking for the internship course. And that's something that would need to be discussed. We haven't had it happen before. It could be a possibility if there were enough hours put into different micro internships. And you may need to have kind of a faculty sponsor, but it's something that we could talk about.
Okay, great. There are no more questions. If anyone has a burning question, go ahead and drop it in the chat box. Okay. We have a question from Kevin. Many companies are asking for applicants to be either a senior or a junior only. Do companies know about this program, and are they okay with it?
That's interesting. Companies that are specifically asking for you to be a junior or senior, there isn't much that we can do to get around that. If that's their requirement, yeah, there's not much that will help with that unless you're already graduated. I think that's one area that could be definitely looked into and discussed, because you would still be a student and they're looking, usually what that means, they're looking for somebody that they can hire afterwards. And yeah, so I can't do much on the company side of that requirement, but if there is an internship opportunity that you want and you're not a junior or senior, and they just want you to be earning credit, that's really where we can help.
Okay. Now there was a question we missed, and is there anything related to emerging media majors such as VR or XR?
Absolutely. We have a partnership also with AR/VR and VR ARA. And so we're constantly looking for opportunities in new emerging markets, and definitely there are a lot of people hiring and a lot of funds in that industry. Same with esports, right? There's a lot of money flowing through those and a lot of hiring being done in those departments.
Thank you, Haley.
Yeah.
Any other questions, folks? This is your last chance.
There is a question regarding the internship contact for CTVA. I imagine that's at CSUN. I'm sure you can visit their website to gather that information, Rob.
Yes, if you just go to the CTVA website, you'll get that information there. I've seen it posted.
Great.
Yeah, I see a note from Maya in there as well about costume design. Yeah, definitely check out the resources. And if there are specific places that you want connections, like email us and let us know. Obviously, we're a small team. We don't know about every single different discipline, but we are happy to try and make connections for you where we can. Sarah, I see your question as well. 3 months free offered for Staff Me Up for a pro account. So I believe that includes their job board and for you to have a pro account so that you can apply to more things. And then I see a different question in there too about the internship course. It's a great question. No, you can be getting paid as well as earning credit. It doesn't have to be just earning credit, but some companies will require you to be earning credit. I think, we're big proponents of them paying you as well because you're working and doing all kinds of cool, creative, good things for the company. And we think that deserves to be compensated, but we can't guarantee that for any of the companies.
Next question. Do you need to be in a relevant major to join?
No. No, you don't. I'm curious though on what major you are and what you're looking into. You don't have to be a specific entertainment related major. You could, we're open. Engineering, accounting, HR, whatever you have going on. Our focus is generally if you want to work for an entertainment or media company or do one of those roles in a company that is not related. Like we have people who want to do graphic design for hospitals or, things like that. History and management. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter to us at all what your major is. And honestly, I mean, if you're looking at something in entertainment or media or something related, better, but we are also absolutely down to help however we can, even if you're not.
Okay, folks, if there aren't any more questions, I'd like to say thank you very much to Haley for speaking today. And we really do appreciate you being here because the more our students know about CSU Entertainment Alliance, the better it is for them.
Absolutely. We're just here to help y'all get your foot in the door. So if you have questions or things you want to chat about after this, feel free to reach out. I'm definitely on LinkedIn. And I popped my email in the chat a little bit ago, but I'll put it in again. And yeah, I mean, you guys are amazing, and I'm super glad you were able to come today and learn more because I know there's a lot to take in on campus and a lot to think about with what you get to do off campus as well.
Thank you again. And for those of you still on the line, know tomorrow is resume makeover. That's your chance to bring your resume in and we'll critique it. It will be done virtually, so you can sign up through Handshake for resume makeover. It's from 12 to 3 p.m. And then next week is our spring job fair, and it is on Tuesday, March 7th from 12 p.m. hyphen 3 p.m. You can tell I typed that so many times. All right. Thanks again.
Absolutely. See y'all later. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.